Most investors are flying blind. They buy based on headlines, they sell based on fear. And the worst part, they don't even know if they're doing it wrong because nobody's showing them a system that actually works. That's why I built my own indicators, not based on hype, based on what actually helps me manage millions of dollars in the market with clarity and conviction. These are the same tools I use every single day to make better buy decisions, avoid bad trades, and hold my winners longer. Let me show you something. This year, the S&P 500 is up 3.8%. My portfolio up 38%. That's a 10x outperformance in the first half of the year. Not a theory, not a back test. That's real. You're looking at the account. And no, I'm not a day trader. I'm a long-term investor. I use fundamental analysis and technical tools to tilt the odds in my favor, to buy smart, manage risk, and let the data do the heavy lifting. The tools I'm about to show you are built for exactly that. They're not magic. They don't predict the future, but they help you see what most investors miss, and that alone can change everything. So in this video, I'm walking you through my exact TradingView setup, the indicators I created, how I use them, and why they matter. If you're serious about making better decisions with your money, this is going to be one of the most useful videos you'll watch all year. We're now in TradingView. We're looking at Palantir on a daily chart, and let's go over my percent change indicator, and let's go ahead and turn off the J5 down here just to eliminate a little bit of noise. And that'll clean things up a little. So here we've got the PE ratio. This is color coded. Ideally, this would be green or light green, and it's currently 573. Tells me we've got a high PE ratio. And then we've got our percent change. Over 1 week, it's up 3.4%. 1 month, 15.9%. 6 months, 93%. And again, bright green is good. Now, as a comparison, we can look at NVIDIA, and we'll see their PE is dark green, which is much better. And we can also see the bright green here where it's up a lot, and then the dark green as well. And one more comparison here, we can look at NEO. They don't have a PE ratio because they're not making money. And look at this, the percent change, everything is red. That's a major red flag for us. Next up, we've got the ATR, which is the average true range, and this is telling us that on average, one candle moves $6.20 on the day, and that is 4% of the stock price. This is very important because it tells us how volatile the stock is, and that can be used to help us determine a trail stop, which in this case, it's recommending 11%, and that's based on the volatility. So if you didn't want to trade very volatile stocks and you see a real high trail stop percentage recommended here, that's your warning to stay out. If you wanted to trade something really low, go look at Coca-Cola. The trail stop will be much lower. And again, all of this you can customize with my indicators. Just double click on it. We'll scroll down here to ATR, and we can use the multiple here. So if we change that multiple to 3, we'll see this number change right here. So 3, and now our trail stop changes to 13%. We can change that back to 2.5, or we can change the length. All of this is adjustable. Everything with my indicators. These can be very customized to your exact trading needs. Next up, we've got our volume percentage, and this is showing negative 27%. So this means the last 3 days of volume compared to the average 30 days is down 27%. And this is really important, and Palantir is a great example for us because right now Palantir just hit a new all-time high, but it's on low volume. If this was a new all-time high on a high volume, I'd be much more excited about a potential breakout. And then our last column right here is going to be the net income margin. And if I scroll down here, you can see that 16.1%. So that tells us this company is profitable. All very useful information. And this is my percent change indicator. Now let's go over the momentum dream indicator. Here we can see our momentum is positive and moving up, and these bars right here, that's our momentum, and ideally we want to see these light blue or cyan bars, and these are typically 6 to 10 bars on a good bullish run. Next up, we've got stacked positive. That means the moving averages that we're looking at are stacked. So if we double click on this, we can come down here and we can see these are the different moving averages. Anytime it's stacked positive, that's a very bullish sign. And then next up, we've got our risk management bar. And this is saying if we want to risk the maximum of 5% of our account, and it's currently set to $10,000, that would be $500. We would be risking $48. We would buy 3 shares, which would be $429 worth of the stock. And our target is going to be 166.48, our risk reward ratio 1.5, and our profit per share that we're going for is 23.58. And if we want to change this, let's say you've got a $20,000 account, you just simply change this to $20,000 and you'll see this will change down here as well. So now it's $1,000. If your maximum risk is 7%, 12%, 13%, whatever it is, you can change everything right here. The other thing that's really important is going to be our momentum squeezes, and that's identified by these red dots right here. And I love to get in when we have a momentum squeeze, and I like it to be close to the zero line, which is this line right here in the center. And both of these indicators at the bottom, my buy sell indicator as well, we look at the zero line, and our strongest buy signals come when we are close to that zero line. Next up, let's look at our buy-sell indicator, and here we're looking for our different zones. Anytime we've got the momentum dream in red and the bottom on red, I like to say that's red on red, you're dead. That's not a good time typically to be buying the stock. And anytime we are green on green, that's our go signal and when we want to get in, especially when it comes with a buy signal near the zero line, just like we had here. So here we were green on green near the zero line, buy signal, and then boom, it shot up. We can follow over here again. We had another green on green, and then we picked up a buy signal right here. What followed? A real nice movement. Now let's look at these indicators in action on a trade I just executed yesterday. So now we're looking at JEPQ. The first thing I want you to notice at the top here, you're going to notice it's not a volatile stock. Our recommended trail stop is only 2%. So you can see all of this varies. Now coming on down to the momentum dream indicator, you guys know I love a momentum squeeze, and our momentum is up and our squeeze just fired. And this is telling us now is a good time to consider buying a call or doing a vertical spread, or selling a cash secured put and doing a vertical spread, and that's because we are bullish. If we come over here, we can see our red dots right here. That's our momentum squeeze, and this green arrow tells me that it just fired. Coming on down to the buy sell indicator, you can see we picked up a buy signal yesterday as well, and we just went green on green. So when I saw all of this, guess what I did? I bought the stock, and that's how I use these indicators. Now let's go ahead and take a look at that J5 dashboard that we talked about earlier. So I'm going to turn this back on. Our dashboard comes on. Down here we've got a lot of stuff on the strategy tester where you can go really deep if you want to, but let's focus right now on the J5 dashboard. And the J5 is great for entries or swing trading. So right now we're looking at it on Palantir. It's telling me what the short-term trend is, the total trades that it's taken over this time frame. So let's take a look at the time frame starting 1 year ago, back on June 1st. And you can see we can set this up for different trading times, pre-market, aftermarket, anything we want. We've got a total of 20 winning trades, 5 losing trades. Our profit factor, 4.78. Our win rate is 80. And this tells me our average trade had $257 in profit if you were following the buy and sell signals. That's a 3.8%, and it was 6 bars. We can see that the net profit, it gives us an amount, $6,421 on $6,731. So the most we ever had tied up at any one time was $6,731. Our ROI, 95.4%. Our average win was $406, which is 6% over 5 bars. We can come over here and we can see our max win, what that percentage was, our maximum loss, what that was, average loss, and our maximum drawdown. All of this information is available in the J5. Now, when I used to do more swing trading, I would use this a lot. Now I mainly use it for entries, and you can see where we've got a J5 buy, it's telling me to buy here, close the trade here, all of the details right here in this. And this is a powerful, powerful indicator. All right, this section is for my Patreon members, and what I'm about to show you is one of the most valuable tools I provide. This is one of several hot stock lists I post daily, but these aren't just watch lists. They're filtered, optimized, and built from custom scan systems that screens thousands of stocks and surfaces only the ones worth your time. Every stock on this list meets specific technical conditions based on the same logic that powers my TradingView indicators. That's what makes these lists so effective. They're not just lists. They're tactical scans based on real setups, like momentum squeezes, breakout confirmations, or trend reversals. And when you combine that data with my charts and dashboards, you get a clear, structured edge into the market. Let me walk you through how to read it and how to use it. The S trend shows the short-term trend. If it says bull, the stock is trending higher short-term. If it says sell, that's a system-triggered signal based on technical breakdown, not just weakness, but a potential reversal. L trend is your long-term view. When both S trend and L trend are bullish, that's momentum with confirmation. When they conflict, tread carefully. Percentage change is the day-over-day price move. It helps you quickly spot volatility, reversals, or news-driven breakouts. Percent column gives you short-term momentum over the last 14 days. TS percentage is your recommended trailing stop based on volatility. It's calculated using the average true range, or ATR, and helps you manage position sizing, exit strategy, and risk. V percentage is the volume percentage and compares recent trading volume to the 30-day volume average. A big spike tells you something's happening, and that could be a huge opportunity. The Sharpe ratio measures how much return you're getting relative to the risk. Below 0 means you're underperforming. 0 to 1 is poor, 1 to 2 is solid, 2 to 3, very good, and over 3 equals outstanding. In volatile markets, the Sharpe ratio is one of the best ways to find setups with real risk-reward potential. Why does this matter? Because in under 10 seconds, you can scan my hot stock list and know what's trending, what's rolling over, what has real momentum, and what's too risky to touch. And here's the real advantage. I show these exact stocks with these metrics inside the charts I break down in my Patreon. So even if you don't have my indicators yet, the more you understand what these metrics mean, the more value you get from every post I share. This chart shows Palantir, and you can see how it all comes together visually. Buy and sell zones, squeeze setups, volume spikes, and trend direction, all in one place. It's the same data, just visualized in TradingView. In the center, you'll notice the J5 dashboard, and this is something I built for deeper trade clarity and entering positions. It displays win rate, average ROI, drawdown, and other stats. It gives you real data to assess if the strategy fits the stock. But here's the important part. The J5 is not the system. It's one tool. It doesn't apply to every stock, and that's by design. One of the biggest strengths is it helps me quickly see if a stock is not a good fit for the J5 strategy, and that's just as useful as a buy signal. The J5 dashboard can be toggled on or off in TradingView. It's completely optional, but when it lines up with the rest of my signals, it's a great confirmation tool. And like the rest of my system, it's built to support your decision making, not to replace it. Another feature of the J5 is customization. You can set the start date, 6 months, 1 year, or any custom window. You can also filter buy signals only, sell signals only, or both. Personally, as a long-term investor, I mostly focus on buy signals because I want to accumulate great stocks. But if the market turns bearish, I can flip that same logic and use the J5 to trade downside momentum with confidence. That's the flexibility you need in today's market. That's what this system is all about. Layered signals, clean logic, data that guides you, and tools that help you make smarter moves in any market. If you're already using my indicators, I hope today gave you real insight into how to get the most out of them. If you're in my Patreon, I hope this helped you better understand both the indicator logic and the hot stock lists, and why they're so powerful together. There's a reason my portfolio is up 38% this year, while the S&P 500 is only up 3.8%. It's not because I'm guessing better. It's because I have a system, one that I built for me, not for likes, not for followers, and definitely not for YouTube. I needed a system that works in bull markets, bear markets, and every condition in between. A system that helps me avoid bad trades, hold winners longer, and manage risk without emotion. And here's the truth. The indicators and hot stock lists don't make you money. You do. Tools only work if you know how to use them. And what I tried to give you in this video is not just the tools, but the thinking behind them. How to spot high probability setups, how to use logic, not luck, how to operate like a real investor. That's what I use every day, and that's what you just saw. If this video helped you understand my indicators and system better, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment. Not for me. I already use the system whether YouTube shows this to anyone or not, but the algorithm, it eats that stuff up. So if you think more people should be trading with data instead of drama, feed the machine. And as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate you spending your time here.